Hmm. Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about your English subject, and this is a very common video of English grammar for the class 9th and 10th both. As you know, when we talk about English subject in a class or English language, we have to understand the basic concept of language and subject. When we study in our classes English subject, we forget one very important thing of English, that is English language part. When we read our textbooks, when we read our grammar books, there are many things we have to study, but we sometimes forget to focus on those things. As one book has been subscribed uh, by the course, by the department, and as we have added one book for the class 9th and 10th. In that book, when you start your reader book, you must see one thing. Before starting your textbook of English reader, you must see the first page, that is for the teachers, and that explains that while reading that book, what a teacher is going to teach the students. And there is one more page. On that page you will see the things to learn for the students, that when you study your reader book, when you go through the course of all the chapters of that reader book, what are the things which you are going to learn, what are the things you need to focus on, what are the things you need to acquire, and what are the skills you need to learn. Well, today this is the first lecture for the 9th and 10th class of English language or English subject. So before I go to the direct your textbooks, before I go to your direct reader, before I go to your direct course of the class, particular class, there are basic things I want to tell you, that when you read your textbook, when you read your course, when you learn the things in your textbook, what are the things you need to learn before the course, and what you are going to learn throughout the year when you study your English subject. Well, so in English, actually this is the not topic, this is the thing, basic thing, English grammar, but here I write English as a subject. So whether it is 9th class or 10th class, the concept of the learning things, the skills will remain the same in both the class. So I have tried to make this lesson for both of the class. So here we go. When you study your textbook of English language, English subject, what you need to learn while reading textbook? Well, when you start your chapter, when you start your lesson in English subject, there are few things you need to understand well, you need to learn well, you need to focus on those things. What are those things? Okay, before we go to the English as a subject, I tell you basic things, few things which really we need to know before going to the other part of English subject. What are those things? Why we study English? The question is why we study English? Why we study English as a subject? Well, as you know, when you study all subjects somewhere are related to our real life. How we apply that knowledge, whether it is science, maths, Hindi, Sanskrit, social science or English. The basic thing, the valued thing is that we apply that knowledge in our real life. Okay. So, do you think you people apply the knowledge of English in your real life? Well, there is some doubt, because I don't see the students using English in their routine or in their life. I mean to say, when you study a language, you must know all the skills of that language. It means you have studied that subject. English as a subject, when you study, we check your knowledge of the things, knowledge of the parts or knowledge of that particular subject, that really you have learnt the basic, the medium or the intermediate or the advanced things in that subject. But I am talking about application. When you go through the course, when you study your reader, when you study your course, you must apply that knowledge, that learning in your life, in your routine life. It means that will help you, and we can say that yes, you are good at that particular subject or particular language. So, the basic thing I am telling, what you need to focus on while going through the textbook, while going through the reader or the course. Well, there are two things. You have prose, one is prose part, and on the other hand poetry part, or you can say poems. Well, these two things you will see in your text. Somewhere you will see prose part. In prose part, what do you understand from this prose part and what do you understand from the poetry part? Poetry part, you know the poems you people have been singing, you people have been rhyming since your nursery class, and the other part is prose part. In prose part, what we include, like you have some essays, some stories, and you can say some articles, or you can add some biographies, some biography or autobiography. So, we study the chapters, and in poetry you sing the poems. Those are related to somewhere to our life, some inspiring, some motivating, some life related, some society related, and some other type of, which really changes which really changes our mind, our feeling and our emotions. So in the textbook, when you read the textbook, when you read the textbook and you read prose, you read poetry, you go through these things. So the basic thing is, when we go through this course, what we learn? When we go through the prose chapters, prose lessons, we learn English grammar or the portion of English grammar, the parts of English grammar. And when we go through the poetry section, we do not focus on the grammar part, we focus on the pleasure part, because poetry means to enjoy the rhythm, the intonation, the tone, the melody, sweetness of the poem, and how that is related to our life. Well, so in one line, if we say poetry is for enjoyment and entertainment or amusement, and prose is for the comprehension. What do you understand by comprehension? Comprehension means when you go through these parts, essays, stories, articles, biographies, autobiographies, you learn the functional grammar, you learn the parts of grammar, you learn the things, how sentence is formed, how word is used at a particular place, how the other parts of speech or parts of word are used in a sentence. Means all the things depends on the understanding the language part, understanding English as a prose chapter means you learn about these things, the parts of English. So you learn to write English, you learn to write English correctly. So that thing we learn in prose chapters. In poetry section, as I told, you learn to sing, you learn to enjoy the beauty of the poems, beauty of the world sometimes expressed through the poems. Sometimes the inspiration is given to motivate. Means in my words, if I say prose is to mind and poetry is to heart. Okay, so prose is to mind and poetry is to heart. So when you study prose, you have to learn about the parts of word or parts of speech, like you study noun, you study about pronoun, you study adverb, adjective, conjunction, interjection, preposition, all these parts. And then further we divide the parts of noun, the parts of the other kinds of pronoun, kinds of adverbs, kinds of adjectives, prepositions, and kind of conjunction and interjection. So all that thing just needs your mind to understand all the things. Where poetry, as I told, that this relates with your heart. So when you enjoy anything in poetry, you feel very happy, you feel very sad, you feel very angry, you feel very guilty, you feel very pity, you feel very elevated or high, or sometimes you feel disappointed or very hopeful. Some poems gives Some poems give you hope to live, hope to work, energy to work. So that depends on your heart. So when you basically read any poem, enjoy, feel in heart. When you read prose, just enjoy the parts of the speech, the words, or learn English grammar, parts of grammar. So how the sentences are formed, how structures are formed, how we use them in a particular situation. So this is the basic difference. Well, so apart from these two things, there is a very important thing when you study English as a subject. When we talk about English, first of all, whether you are in 9th class or 10th class, when you study English, you must learn to understand English very well. Like other languages, you study Hindi, you understand Hindi, you can speak Hindi. Or when you study Sanskrit, you can speak Sanskrit or you can understand it very well. But what we think, we take these languages as a part to pass the class and go to the next level, and we get them a subject to pass the class. Well, I tell you, these subjects are not only subjects, these subjects actually are applicable in our real life. As I told, whether it is math, it is science, SST, English, Hindi, or computer. So these all subjects have a very important application in our life. So when we talk about English as a subject, it means that we need to listen. Listen English. This is the first skill of any language. As when you study English or as a subject, you must listen English. If you want to enjoy poetry or prose, you must listen it. And the second thing, when you listen, you can speak it well. Speak it well. When you listen, you can speak it well. Then the third skill comes, read. And then write, and then comprehend. This is the process. When you study English in your class, whether like subject, this is the process. But what we do, we direct jump in. When we study English as a subject, we direct jump to comprehend. We direct jump to comprehend. We direct jump to understand the structures, the parts of grammar, the parts of speech, and the other, very type of typical things. No. Start from listening. If you want to really learn your English subject very well, start from listening. Listen English more and more and more. The more you listen, the more you will speak it. You will be able to speak it very beautifully. Then do some reading practice. Read the text, then write it, and When you have done all these four skills, you've gone through these four skills, then comprehend it. Studying in an English medium school is not anyway like you just study the subjects in English and learn them, you cram them and jump to the next class by passing it. It means our objective must be to acquire the knowledge of English not only for writing. Most of the students do not go, upper than writing. They just are stuck here only can write beautifully or not. I don't say everything, but then somewhat they go to reading, somewhat they go to good reading. Students I see cannot read well. When they read, they look like they are giving a speech. Reading is not that meaning. I would tell you in the next videos how to read the book with expressions, with using all the punctuations. And then somewhat they go to speaking just in broken languages, yes, and then hardly they listen. So in conclusion, if I say, when you study your English subject, whether you are in 9th or 10th class, you must focus on these things and start from here. Start listening English daily, 20-30 minutes. Start using the small words which you have learned in your previous class, in the previous classes. Read daily 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes do reading, loud reading. Then do some writing practice. Writing means not writing alphabets. Writing means do some composition. You write about you in English. You write about your city in English. You write about your favorite things. You write about your ideal person. Few lines. Daily write few lines on your choice of topic of your choice. Write about your favorite things. That is writing. Writing is not just writing alphabets using 4 line. No. Writing means you compose your own thing. You write any prose, you write any poetry. Write few lines of poetry. Write few lines of prose. You can write about your school, your parents, your family, your favorite festival, or on the big issues of the country or the world. So go through these things, then come to comprehend. When you study your textbook, you study prose, learn to comprehend. So studying in English medium school means you must be able to speak that particular language very well, means very fluently, with exact standard of English language, with exact pronunciation, with exact expression, with very naturalness. It means that you have gone through a very good course of English language or English as a subject. And because I tell you these things, so you must keep in your mind while studying your course book of English. Never forget, when you will go to the higher classes, English communication is must. It has become must in higher classes, at higher level study, at higher level interviews, at higher level services. Now the conferences, the meetings, the other lectures, speeches, so all these things go in English. And if studying all the things, getting 95 or 100% marks, if you fail to communicate in English language, it means that day you will really feel very ashamed of yourself, that your 100% marks are of no use if you cannot communicate with the person standing in front of you. So it is, we study it from two aspects: English as writing section, English as speaking section. Means when you are in any big at a big post and you need to write, you write to compose letters, you write to compose applications, you make a note, you make a notice, you draft anything in English, you must learn all these things. When outside of that, you need to communicate with the people, you need to talk with the people, you must speak it well. So if you listen well, you will speak well. If you read well, you will write well. So this thing depends on this, this thing depends on this. And if you have done all these four things, you will do very well comprehension, or you will be able to comprehend. So I hope you have understand well what I have talked about English, and what I have talked in this lesson, video lesson, about prose, poetry, and the, you can say, skills of English. So when you go through your textbook, your reader book, you must focus on these things, and what I have told, you must revise it and start exercising these skills in your daily life if you want to become a good speaker of English with a standard English, not only English, with a standard English, and with very natural English, with the natural accent, natural voice, and all the things which can make you like a good native speaker. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Enjoy your study. Enjoy your time. Thank you.